Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of June the 10th through the 16th. I have already cleared the deck for the forecast, and so now I'm just putting the final shuffle on these cards. What you guys need to know is that this is a general reading, so not everything that I see here will apply to every single Cancer. You may want to check your rising sign and your moon sign for more insights, or if you have a particular question that you're looking for an answer to, you may want to set up a private reading. I have one or two question readings, which are pre-recorded, or I have live readings. You can find out all about that on my website, which is www.amista.info. Now, Cancer, let's quit with the baloney and put down your cards. All right, let's see what we have here for you. First thing I'm looking at is your environment, and your environment is any place where you have energy or effort invested. It looks like there's somebody in your environment, Cancer, that may be coming to you with some kind of apology or trying to make something right from before. Hey, glad to see you here, Cheryl. So now whether your environment is home, work, school, etc., not exactly sure where that's going to be, but somebody from your environment trying to make things right with you or at least apologize to you sometime during this week. Next, we have your subconscious leanings, and subconscious leanings have to do with heartache or heartbreak and getting beyond some kind of heartache or heartbreak. I think you're the second sign for this week that's already got that for subconscious leanings. So you are working on how you can heal up and how you can move past something that happened that made you feel a little bit betrayed or like you had some kind of heartache going on. Ricky, glad you're here, my dear. All right, so next I'm looking at learning style and also communication style for you Cancers during this week. Learning style really has to do with reflection, thinking about things, letting information sort of flow to you as you think about those things. And then as far as communication style, I feel like you're communicating quite regularly and in a very healthy way with people around you. I don't feel like you're holding a lot back. I don't feel like you're going overboard or being particularly aggressive in your communication. And the things that you're saying stand. You're not being confusing in your communication. Whatever you say, you're standing by. Oh, is that why you're up now? Because of your toothache? You may want to start replaying some Reiki videos over and over to get rid of that toothache. If you don't have any other way to handle it, you know. Also, they make stuff you can put on it as well. All right, so looking next at work. Okay, so I see work as two ways. I see work as how we make a living, but I also see work as those things we do to improve our own character for ourselves. So as far as how we make a living, I feel like Cancers, you're pretty restless about work. You're feeling like there's a lot more that you could be doing or that your skills could be utilized a lot more than what they are right now. And then as far as inner work, once again, we've got a lot of reflection going on. I feel like you're really taking a look at your emotions and how they're affecting you and where they're coming from this week. And that's your inner work, is trying to sort all of that out. Now, next thing I have coming up talks to me about that part of you that's being grown or expanded during the week. I do think that you guys are finding things that are making you happy and doing things that are making you happy and hearing news that makes you happy during the week. That comes up as the theme where you're being grown or expanded. And I think for some of you, your happiness, I think that in certain situations, you're also learning how to be gracious in your happiness. Maybe what's good news to you may be bad news for your neighbor. And so you are being sensitive to other people about your happiness, not to rub things in their face and things like that. All right, so Cancer, the next thing that we have coming up talks to me about those things that you stand for. Right now, you're not wanting to make any plans any long-term plans. You're kind of avoiding that. You're like, let's just see how things go for right now before we make any long-term plans. And somebody may be, giving you a hard time about that. Like, well, why not? Why aren't you making those kind of plans? That doesn't seem logical to me. And you're having to say, well, you know what? I do have my reasons. And then the next thing that we're looking at talks to me about how other people perceive you, which is interesting, Cancers. Other people see you as um, missing somebody, as not quite as strong emotionally without somebody else around you. So, I'm not sure if there's somebody's on vacation or if you've separated, have a separation with somebody, a friend or a lover or a significant other or what, but somebody around you is seeing you as being lonely, as missing that person. So all of that stuff. And then next we're looking at the pivotal energy. And this pivotal energy is the energy that sort of starts to kickstart changes around you. The pivotal energy for this week has to do with a message about money or about material goods, Cancer. And this is one of those messages you don't want to hear. This is a message where you get a bill and you realize it's like twice as much as you thought you were going to have to pay, or your kid drops their cell phone in the toilet and you have to replace it, or something like that. So something comes in, something having to do with material goods or finances that you're not very thrilled to hear. And as you are coping with that, it's interesting because you're not very happy about it, which is to be pretty much expected. But at the same time, you're also finding some strength here. You're finding your strength. So it may be that you have a friend that is very strong financially, that is helping you out and sort of propping you up as you get through this. Or it could be that you're finding your strength in setting your budget and sticking with your budget so that you can handle this on your own. I do feel like there is something that you're going back to that is old, and it may be an old way of budgeting. You may be going back to your old budget, but there also could be a person that shows up from your past as a part of this week too, right around the same energy that has to do with this news about finances that has you adjusting. So it's interesting because there's not happiness around this, but the way this card comes up, it doesn't come up as an unhappy thing for this person to come back if it's a person. Like I said, it could also be going back to an old way of budgeting or an old budget too. So there you have it, Cancers. I hope that you find this information helpful, and that is your reading for the week. So we do have at least one question, it looks like here. Tiffany James, hello, hello. Okay, so we've got one question, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up these cards and look at that question for Cheryl Hegg. Are we saying really any money? Like you're not sure any money's coming in? I think this could be a deceptive answer if you know some money's coming in, because if you have any money coming in, Spirit's going to say yes. Let's see what comes up. And we have a yes. So some money is actually coming in. I'm not sure if it's over and above what you usually have coming in or not, though. Anyway, there you go, guys. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful week, and I will see you all back the next time. Peace.